Hello, and welcome to The Tonight Show with Woody. I'm your host, Katy Perry. Tonight is a very special edition of our show as we'll be interviewing two very important people in our nation and view a debate in a way we've never seen before. But first, we need to discuss a serious threat to our newfound freedom. Multiple reports have come in about this man. He's been seen with an American flag act showing videos of our president, John Adams. In addition, he has been seen disguised as a woman in a bonnet, saying, and I quote, "The Pledge of Allegiance is dumb." Any information about this man, please contact Todd Miller immediately. As always, in Todd we trust. Over the past few months, lots has changed in our nation's economy and political system. The appointment of Alexander Hamilton by President Washington as the Secretary of Treasury caused debates to arise. Hamilton's bold proposals, different interpretation of the Constitution, and view on states' rights caused conflict to erupt and two political parties to form. The recent article, Jefferson Duped by Hamilton, addressed how Hamilton believed that the states earned the debt by fighting for our independence, therefore paying off the debt was an obligation for everyone. In case you missed any of these recent events, we will catch you up on Hamilton's economic policies with another special edition of Carpool Karaoke.
Hamilton's plan is quite complex. He wants to bring wealth again. War debt is still a stress. Gotta find a way to win. Few steps on a tavern paper. Sex is not moonshine. These plans are outrageous, but that's just the basics. U.S. Bank could be a risk. Protecting taverns will be a service. Out of chaos soon, you know. And soon that will be gone. And soon that will be gone. And soon that will be gone. I got my job back, our economy's strong. Hamilton come to play. Repaint it like yeah. Making new plans like yeah. I got my head up, the British were wrong. New government's on the way. Yeah. New freedom in the USA. Yeah. New freedom in the USA. Everyone agreed with the plan except Jefferson. With U.S. Bank on the rise, state banks will go down. Hamilton and Jefferson conflict caused there soon two parties, Federalists and Republicans. Nation will be split in two. Between two parties you will have to pick. For a president in service, he will defend the Constitution and protect the people. And protect the people. And protect the people. Start back, our economy strong. Hamilton, you come to play. Repaint that like yeah. Making new plans like yeah. I got my head up, the British were wrong. New government's on the way. Yeah. New freedom in the USA. Yeah. New freedom in the USA.
Hello, and welcome back to Late Nights with Woody. Today we have George Washington as our guest. As you all know, his farewell address was just printed in the papers to wrap up his second term of presidency, where he urged our nation to support temporary alliances over permanent ones. Here tonight is our first guest, George Washington.
George Washington, let's go! Hey, it's so nice to be here.
It's so nice to have you on the show. So let's talk. Why did you decide to resign from the presidency? Weren't you elected unanimously in the 1789 election?
That was such an honor, but I was just so tired of the debates. It was great at first when I established the cabinet and State of the Union address, but I felt like I needed to set the precedent that a president should only serve 2 terms in order to keep a more democratic government.
Well, many people are saying that because some pro-French and pro-British colonists are upset about the proclamation of neutrality, which stated that the U.S. will not take sides in the French Revolution. Is this true?
There are many rumors that I announced this without the consultation of Congress, but I really just did not want any more tension between groups, such as the Federalists and Democratic Republicans. They are already arguing.
Yeah, well, my sources tell me that a Jeffersonian posted an article condemning neutrality.
I see people's concerns and his argument that the spirit of 1776 is again aroused. If colonists don't like something, they will let you know, which is shown in the Whiskey Rebellion.
Oh yeah, you know those colonists, they love their whiskey. I'm still surprised that those civilians in Pennsylvania actually tarred and feathered those revenue officers because they were so upset about the tax on whiskey due to Hamilton's economic policy.
Yeah, it's crazy. They kept chanting, no liberty and no excise. I get people are upset, but Hamilton's laws can be beneficial to the economy.
Martha Washington in the flesh.
Here comes the Federalist. We should...
Shut up, Abigail.
Sorry, Martha.
Is that John Adams? Oh my god.
Dan, Danny, Danny Pratt. Dan, Danny Pratt.
Welcome back to the Late Night Show with Woody. I'm your host, Clarissa, and tonight we have special guest, John Adams.
Woo!
Of course. So, tell me about the recent election of 1796.
This election was a very close call. I won 71 to 68 with the Federalists backing me and the Republicans backing Jefferson. Hamilton was always the biggest contender to become president, but due to his recent financial policy, things haven't worked out in his favor.
That all sounds like a very dramatic election. What has been the hardest part of this all?
Well, recently the conflicts with France have been very stressful. France is furious about Jay's treaty, calling it a flagrant violation of the 1778 Franco-American Treaty, and so they have begun seizing defenseless American and merchant ships.
That's awful. What has been done about this?
A commission was sent to France in 1797 to discuss the disputes that had arisen out of our refusal for the Franco-American Treaty of 1778. I also criticized the French Revolution, so France began to break off relations to the U.S. Due to this, I sent delegates to meet with the French Foreign Minister Talleyrand to discuss the alliance.
How did that all pan out?
Talleyrand's 3 agents told the American delegates that they could meet with Talleyrand only in exchange for a bribe. We did not pay the bribe, and in 1798 I made the incident public using the letters X, Y, and Z to describe the names of the 3 agents.
This all sounds very complicated, but on a different note, how are the Alien and Sedation Acts holding up?
Well, since I signed off on them, or for the immigrants to become harder for immigrants to become citizens, a few states have voiced their concerns. Kentucky and Virginia have drafted their resolutions stating their concerns, and the act standing up against them. This has allowed for tensions to rise in the states, but I will soon have it under control.
Well, thank you for coming on the show, Mr. President. Good luck with all the conflicts.
Thank you.
What's up, Daddy? You look like a large beef patty. You're administrating whack with all these acts. Looks like you don't know your facts. With my great farewell address, left a better nation, I confess. What is up with your party? I got rhymes like Playboy Cardi. You will tear apart our nation. Your wife looks like a Dalmatian, the XYZ. There, left the best for others to repair. What's with you and aliens? There's nothing in your cranium. I'm signing off, you can't compete. Your administration's obsolete.
Here's Johnny, my wife's hot. You sparked a riot. You should be shot. Delayed a war with resolution. While you aided prostitution. What's with you and whiskey? You suck more than Mr. Bisky. We get it, you're not an alcoholic. Where the heck are your bollocks? More of your problems are revolutions. It's not hard to find solutions. Enough with this historical crap. You don't even know how to rap. Your teeth, they are messed up. Your wife has an A cup.
Whoa there, Hefty. Not like the bag. Your wife is a giant hag. More upon the affair. Can't protect boats, use airfare. You violate all your treaties. It looks like you have diabetes. Boo-hoo. You're like Jefferson. Between you two, there's no comparison. You violate the freedom of speech. It would be better drink some bleach.
Whoa, big man, be carefree. Your whole career comes from me. I am a chick magnet. Let's talk about your cabinet. Everyone there is a crack addict. You poor choice of people. Everyone is scheming like a weasel. Why not help the French that helped us? You hypocritical. So go ahead and say farewell. In case you can't, I'm a better person. In case you can't tell, you better flee while I'm burning. Go and run back to Mount Vernon.